Hit up the strip club, though.
Hey, motherfuckers. This is like talk 20,000, I think. We got 3. That died off quick.
Yeah.
Hey, it's all good, man. We got 3 motherfuckers in here tonight. We got a special guest tonight. We got Alias over here. We got Jay West over here. And our special guest tonight is motherfucking Carl, baby. His second appearance on top.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah. So with that mic, Carl, you have to keep it close. I'm just going to let you know that right now.
Keep it close like I keep you close to me, Paul.
Exactly. In bedtime. So what's up, man? How you guys doing?
Doing good.
I'm good.
Did anybody ever watch that show, like back in the early 2000s, like super early 2000s, that was called Alias?
Yeah, with Jennifer something.
Jennifer Gardner?
Yeah.
Jennifer Gardner. Yeah,
I love that show.
That struck a chord with me. And she always had like the different hair, and she was like infiltrating shit.
Yeah, that's a really good show.
Yeah, she's not attractive. If she would have been attractive, that would have been a great show. But that was an okay show.
I remember this part in the show, and like there was a flood at the building, and this guy had to like go up through like some like ceiling shafts and hide, and it like really upset me.
Awesome.
It sounds like a show I do not want to watch.
No, there's a reason why there's only like fucking 2 seasons of fucking Alias, man.
There's 5 seasons.
Okay.
For real? Fact check that. Somebody fact check that shit right now.
IMDb right now.
Fake news ass. Fucking Alias did not go 5 seasons.
I think it's at least 5. Let me take a guarantee.
That was like pre-24 when they had like really good fucking dramas. That's like pre-really fucking good dramas and shit.
5 seasons, bitch.
Hey,
Oh shit. Man, you're a connoisseur. My apologies, man.
Okay.
Do you follow Miss Gardner's career?
No, I know she was. They made after Daredevil, they made Elektra, and it's like the worst movie ever. It's so bad.
Isn't she in a new movie coming up that she's supposed to be a badass again? Is it her or a different actress? It's like Peppermint or something it's called.
Oh, is that her?
I want to say it is.
Might be.
Where it's like her and her kid and her husband are at some carnival or something, and classic story, they get gunned down and she gets all like John Wick style, like I'm gonna go kill these guys.
Yeah, I don't know for sure.
That's original content as I've ever heard.
Yeah, I mean that's all it ever is.
Lazy
Peppermint.
writing.
Yeah, Jennifer Garner. That's what it reminds me of. It's gonna flop.
It's not the freshest idea.
No, I mean Rotten Tomatoes, it ain't fresh.
That's like in Deadpool 2 when Cable's they're like, why don't you just go back in time like a bunch of times? And he's like, I only have 2 clicks left. And Ryan Reynolds is like, lazy writing right there.
Like broke the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Or is it called the fourth or the third wall?
Fourth.
Yeah, it broke the fourth wall, and yeah, it's a great movie, by the way.
It's so good.
Yeah, great movie.
I haven't seen either of the Deadpools, so I probably should check it out.
It's so
Yeah,
funny.
man, they're worth fucking watching.
Oh, can I tell you something real quick? This won't affect the movie for you, but I just watched the unrated version of the movie, and it's got like 15 extra minutes. But one of the post-credit scenes, Ryan Reynolds goes like back to like 18 something and finds baby Hitler.
Oh, I heard about that.
And he's
What?
And,
Yeah, I
and
heard
he's,
about that.
He was,
What?
It's gonna be outrage.
he's thinking about like putting him to sleep for good, and then nothing happens, and then he comes back and he's like, I can't do this. I can't.
What the fuck? That's gonna start more controversy than him killing baby Hitler.
Yeah.
Well, no one can kill the baby, man. That's just too much.
Baby Hitler. They're like, we'll give you a pass. Baby Hitler.
If you knew that it was going to be Hitler, but you've never had a child, so once you see a baby...
But he's going back in time, though. So he knows...
If you watch the movie, have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
Deadpool 2?
Yeah.
So you know the storyline, right?
Yeah.
Is it not kind of the same concept where... Or if you catch it early on?
Man. Oh, shit.
So, by, you know...
No, that's a great fucking point. Like... Changing Hitler, like he can't do this. Oh, that's
right. And
because
I'm trying not to say much because Paul hasn't seen it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no,
I'm all for ruining shit, man. I watch clip notes.
He doesn't care. He watches like the last episode of shows sometimes.
Yeah,
he doesn't watch anything else.
I watched the first 2 episodes, and I watched the last episode.
Yeah, that makes sense.
On multiple occasions.
Yes, I have.
I mean, whenever I'm like, I turn on some fucking porn. Trust me, I scroll to the fucking the last fucking 5 minutes usually. You know, I guess we all have our
vices,
motives and shit like that. So mine's just in a different cinematic experience.
Good for you, Jesse.
Yeah.
So Carl, what's going on, man? We don't see much of Carl Adams anymore. Sorry, I didn't mean to say your last name out on the podcast.
No, it's fine.
But you're our most avid fan for Talk Junkies. So you will be the first person when we get shirts, and Jesse and I talked about it, you will get a shirt for free.
Well, fuck yeah, I appreciate that, Paul.
Yeah, anytime,
Thank
man.
you, Jesse.
Yeah, got you.
But what's been going on, man? I know you do little electrical work. You mess with currents and shit.
Oh, dude, all sorts of currents, high voltage. Not so much low voltage, so I guess not all sorts of it. But yeah, man. Got in the electrical field, electrician now, an apprentice, 2nd year.
Fantastic.
So, working my way up, man. Working my way up.
What's that process like for anyone out there that wants to be an electrician, apprentice-wise, for the union?
Well, obviously you get your first union, non-union. I went through the union. My grandpa's in it, my dad's in it, uncle's in it, family in it. I think it's the right choice to make. You go up there, you just fill out your application, and then kind of go from there.
Is it difficult for somebody that, because you just kind of talked about like this is a family job. Obviously, it's easier because everything in life is kind of a who you know kind of thing.
It is.
But is it difficult for somebody that doesn't have any connections to get into any kind of union work? I guess you're
No, it is.
So it is.
You hear that a lot. Yeah. Your family name definitely helps. Or hurts you too. It can hurt you too, because if they don't, say my dad, if they didn't like my dad, then they're not going to pull any strings to get me through there.
That makes sense.
If you want to go join tomorrow, and there's somebody like, and then Trey over here, his dad's in it, they'll most likely pick him, just because they're going to help that guy. Because they know that his dad's in the union, he's paying his dues. He knows that his son was raised that same way. He knows that their children should follow that same mindset.
And I think that's not just a union thing. That's just in general.
Yeah,
it's all about who's vouching, and it's mainly your character is now being vouched for.
Yeah.
Which I guess family could be biased too at the same time. But so many things come down to just reference of character. And, like I said, it's a who kind of scenario.
It really is.
In so many jobs.
The union's like a brotherhood, though, right?
It is. You try to take care of each other. We have our union meetings, for instance, and in it, at the very end, it's called Good of the Union. So you can go up there and you can, say my son plays baseball or something when he gets older. If I want them to sponsor his team, and I can go up there and ask my brothers and sisters, like, hey, I want X amount of money. We can put local 124 on their shirts or banner or something. And so you can do that kind of stuff. So like one meeting, there's some guys' bikes that got vandalized in the parking lot. So they went up there the following meeting. We're like, hey, can we get reimbursed for that damage since it was on the property during the meeting? And we all voted on it and said yes. So you try to take care of each other.
That's awesome.
What kind of, so like Harleys? So like some Harleys got fucked up?
Yeah. You don't park anything that's not made in America in the parking lot. America made.
Yeah.
So that's not a joke too.
No, but why did they get vandalized though? Was it just
we don't know,
random?
We don't know. There's 2 motorcycles that got vandalized that night. We don't know why.
While you guys were in meeting?
Mm-hmm. During the meeting.
But I'm assuming, so no other cars, it was like targeted. So you're talking about like targeted.
Yeah, definitely.
Weird, man.
Yeah. I mean,
weird.
Yeah.
Is there like some secret shit in the union that you can't talk about? Like some secret brotherhood
not
stuff?
Not like some cult shit. Not like some masonry kind of thing to where you have like.
No. Oh God, no.
Honestly, but if there was something, you'd be saying the same thing.
Exactly.
There's shooting me a wink right now. That's good.
A big stir going on in Missouri, and I don't know if is it just specific to Missouri with the vote that's going on in November? The vote no on Prop, was it A or B?
It was Prop A, and it was actually just this past August 7th, and it got voted no.
So that's a good thing, right?
That is a very good thing for unions. And it's not just Missouri.
It was for the United States?
No, well, okay. So that particular vote, yes, was for Missouri, but it's in other states. Other states have adopted it. I want to say that Missouri is the first state to actually vote it down. And so that was a big milestone. And Missouri's been a big union state for
What would have happened if it passed?
So basically, they call it right to work, which is a bad name in our opinion.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't, because say you guys were non-union, you have every right to bid. That's how it works. You bid jobs. You go out, you bid the jobs. You have every right to bid that same job that a union contractor does. There's no difference in it. It's whether you can man the job or not. You have enough guys to do it. Union typically has a ton more guys. So it would take away your pay dues. So in a union, you pay dues. And most people think they force you to. No, well, when I signed up, when I chose to be in it, I knew I was going to pay dues.
How much are the dues?
It varies. It's roughly about $40 a month. And then you also got your death benefits. So, say a fellow brother or sister dies, there's a death benefit, so all that money goes towards them. Goes towards their family, I should say. So, and it goes towards other stuff, like the people in the office that work there. They make the journeyman's wages. And they're not out working, so they get paid partially from that, and it takes care of some of the billing and stuff for the actual union itself. And again, I wasn't forced into paying them. I knew up front, like, hey, you're gonna have to pay them whenever you in it. They don't put a gun to my head. There's people that don't pay them that are in it. But there's repercussions for that too. So,
I mean, but why not pay what seems like very minimal whenever you're being provided work? You're guaranteed work. You have all these phenomenal benefits. If something were to happen to you, your family's taken care of. I mean, you have that seems so. It seems weird to me to think that somebody would be upset with having to pay dues because you're basically the union's providing you all this work.
Right.
Like you're not doing footwork. Like you as an electrician aren't going door to door or company to company trying to sell packages.
Right.
Or packaged. Okay, this is or the bids basically.
Right.
So you don't have to do any of that. You're just like work comes to you.
Right.
And then you go and you work and you make your money, and then so that branch of it has to be paid for like in some way. Like that seems. And you said $40 a month seems very I mean, fuck. Whenever I work at Jose Pepper's, I tip out like $30. I tip out $30 on just one night
shift,
in one shift. You know.
And
that seems
another thing,
and that doesn't upset me at all. Like I understand where all that's going, and that makes sense to me.
No, exactly.
So yeah.
And another thing you get with it is like representation, which is different. I know in the restaurant where we're working and whatnot, you have HR, which is everywhere. Every company has HR. But so say Paul, there's a problem with an employee and you have to let him go. Well, that's just between you, that person, and HR. So my dues, that helps with too, is my representation. So say the shop I'm working for wants to get rid of me for complete bullshit reason. I can call my representative at the hall, meet me at the shop, and he'll represent me. He'll almost like a lawyer, I should say, but like through the union. It knows the union's laws and bylaws in and out, so they can help you negotiate with your contractor. So that's another thing you get with it too. That people don't understand.
That all sounds really good. So, I mean, all that sounds really fucking good to me. Why is and whenever you were talking about it, it's called the right to work proposition, right? So Proposition A, right to work. That still seems really confusing to me, and I know that you said that it was a weird way to state the proposition. So it's basically people not wanting to pay their dues. Is it for people in the union that are upset about things, or people outside of the union that are upset about things?
Well, and it's hard to say. Probably both. Because like I said, there's people in the union that don't pay their dues. And I'm sure that there were some guys and maybe some women that voted yes on it. I can't say for certain. But again, what people don't understand is that non-union and even just not even unionized companies, not even in the construction field, their wages are based almost off ours. We help grow the minimum wage. You know, people don't understand that either. You know, we help grow that. It all comes down to, just like everything in the world, corporations. Right to Work would have taken our bargaining right with our contractors to negotiate higher wages, better benefits, stuff like that. It would have kind of taken that part away. Mm-hmm. So then all these contractors and then even normal companies can go and say, hey, you know what, we're going to pay you this and this is what you're going to make. And there's nothing you can say about it. So that's it. You're keeping the power to the people at this point while it's not passing.
I think there are still states where people have to, like, it's mandatory that they pay union dues.
I don't
and like people that aren't even in the union.
That'd be weird then.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I've never heard of that either.
No, I had because there's a guy that works, or there's a guy I know that comes in at Jose Peppers, and he was just talking to me, and he's a big union guy as well.
Right.
And but I mean, he's higher up there. Jesse, I've talked to you about him.
Mm-hmm.
But he was, you know, when he started bringing up this union stuff, he actually went to Washington D.C. He talked to some people, like some higher ups and stuff, and I just kind of did my own little research, and I'd seen that there are like still like, you know, 10 to 15 states that still make people pay union dues or union fees or something like that.
Right, they're union dues, but like I said, I mean, you should pay them. Like I said, nobody's holding a gun to my head. Next month I can just decide that I don't want to pay them.
Are you talking about like taxpayer? So like taxpayer money is going to the union?
Right.
I mean, I guess it's kind of a weird angle to it, but I mean, you talk about something that's necessary. Like union jobs are typically jobs that, and not even typically, are jobs that are foundational for just a society to maintain itself and expand. Mm-hmm. So truckers, you know, anything that makes everyday life either maintain or expand is fucking union jobs. So if the people need to be in some place, you know, it's like roads, you know, you need fucking roads and shit like that. I don't know. I guess I'd have to do, you know, deeper thought on that, but
what are the cons of unions? Like, why do people not like unions? Like the people that don't, you know what I mean? Like, what are their reasons?
Not 100% sure on all of them. I know one of them, a big main one that people say is that we're just in it for, we're lazy and we just collect a paycheck and just kind of, I mean, and how many times do you drive by, you see AT&T, Time Warner, you see some utility company out by a power line, and you see a truck, 3 guys standing around a hole.
Yeah, all the time.
Right. Some people think they're just standing there, which there's a whole process to it. You don't know, and like I said, you got your foreman, you got a general foreman, you got a foreman, you got journeyman, you got apprentices. You know, apprentices, we don't know shit. We're greener than baby shit. And you got your foremans, which tell you what to do, or your journeymans, which you follow them. Your foremans, which tell you both to do what to do. It runs downhill. It's almost like you, Paul, telling us works downhill. You tell us what to do. And so you may see the guys there. There's so much stuff going on you don't even know about when you see that. You dig in a hole. There's a whole procedure. There's OSHA. That's your safety requirements, which is what OSHA is. So you may see the 3 guys standing there, but again, you're digging a hole.
Is any company just and this is probably reverting back, and I'm very sorry if I'm taking it off the topic that you were going. Is any company ever forced to get to go union?
Forced?
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it works. I guess that could be a word used. I don't think forced is a necessary word. It's unionized. So say, you guys are at work and you get enough employees. I think there's a certain percentage of employees that have to go, that want to go union. And so I guess the word forced could be used.
No. So like, let's say a company underbids you.
Right.
A company underbids the union. The
contractor that I use. Yeah.
Yeah. The contractor that goes to the union. And that company tries to go with them. Does the union have an ability to step in at any point in time and go, okay, you can't go with them, or have like some political pull to where all of a sudden forces the company to go with the union specifically? I guess you could say like maybe up to code or like some shit like that. Like they're not gonna, but that wouldn't be until after the work is done.
Something kind of along those lines. For instance, like you guys know we're getting a new airport, right?
Yeah. About fucking time.
I know.
Or
The one we
terminal, right?
I had to fucking pick up Zach from that motherfucker a year ago. And that was just awful.
Hell, I bet.
Fucking awful, man.
I've never had bad experiences at KCI.
At KCI,
I hate it.
KCI is fucking.
It looks grungy, but I've never had any issues.
It's so fast.
It is.
It's
It is.
a bitch.
But
It's a bitch, man.
you go through security, there's nothing to do. Nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing at all.
You go to O'Hare or the big airports, we all know.
Yeah.
You go through a big airport, you go
It's
through
like
security, that's the first thing you do.
It's like a shopping mall.
And then it's like a shopping mall. They got restaurants, they got little shops, they got a ton of shit. It was about time we actually got one. But to what Jesse was saying is that force them. So like the airport, for instance, again. So the company I work for, we got the job. So we're going to be doing the electrical work on it. But part of the deal, and this is just like I think Kansas City's point of it, is that they want a certain percentage of it to be the minority.
Yeah.
So like another company that's going to be under us, technically working under us, they have a female owner. That's a minority. Yet, certain percentages, so that's a female.
Like a minority company or just minority workers in general?
I think more or less the company.
Gotcha.
But usually that would be the people.
Right.
But like he was saying, the non-union aspect, I think, if I heard it correctly, Kansas City Council wanted, I think, 5% of the work to be non-union.
Right.
So, to what he's saying, it I guess forced, again, could be a word used, but that's just in the negotiation. So for us to get the contract, Kansas City came back and said, no, we want 5% of the work to be non-union for whatever reason. I guess to give them a piece of the pie. I guess I don't know. So majority will be union still, but there will be some non-union work there as well.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if this is true or not, but I was talking to this guy, and he had a new building that he just bought, and he was getting bids for his HVAC to be installed like throughout the entire building. And
right.
He said that he asked some union guys or whatever to bid, and they bid like $80,000 or something.
Right.
And then like another guy was like, "No, I'll do it for like $45,000, or something like that."
Yeah.
So, are you guys generally a little bit more expensive when it comes to? Okay.
Yeah.
But you get it done right.
And see, that's the difference too. I'm new to it, so there's a lot of word of mouth. But more people I meet, I'm hearing this a lot. Trying to think of the way to put it. I've heard people telling me that they've seen the work from a non-union group of guys versus what we do.
Yeah.
And it's just night and day.
Right.
Part of where my dues and the way that the unions work is that once a week I go to school. And it's a 5-year program. Some of the different trades are different amount of time. Ours is 5 years. So for 1 night a week I go and I learn about everything. They teach you what you need to know. Non-union, you're just learning from the guy that you're working with. So who's to say he was even taught right in the beginning?
Yeah.
So you're just learning what he's teaching you, and you're just picking up on the job work, which a lot of my training is on the job. But I have the schooling to back it up. Again, which is why people like union more too.
How much of that information do you retain though once a week for however many hours?
It's there for about 3.5 hours. It's not a whole lot of information. It's like maybe 1 or 2 lessons a night. It just depends on what you're working on. Like my last year was DC theory, so it was direct current theory. This year's AC theory, alternating current. Bunch of coding. There's a lot of code requirements for all this shit you got to do. Certain stuff has to be within certain footage of this and all that type of stuff. There's a lot of code stuff.
Fire marshal, like you got to deal with the fire marshal kind of
He'll come
shit.
through and inspect the buildings that you're doing.
Fire marshal Bill.
Do you guys give a guarantee to any job that you do? Like if something goes wrong within like the first 6 months, are you guys there fixing it for free?
That's got to be insurance company.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess insurance if something bad happened, but you're saying like, like light bulb goes out, outlet doesn't work,
right.
Stuff like that.
Exactly.
But that would come down to the fire marshal, right? Because it's got to be inspected. So if it doesn't pass code, then you have to redo it.
Well, are you asking like if everything passes, you come back and you? Is that what you're asking, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like let's say in this instance that it was something of the work that you guys did, and somehow the fire marshal passed it, whatever. But a couple months later, it broke. It was your guys' fault. Would you come back and fix it?
I can't say for certain. A lot of companies. It depends on the building, I should say. Like the hospital that I helped build last year, they have their own maintenance company that they use. It's another group of electricians. So granted, our company that I work for did the work, but this other company does the maintenance work. So they would fix those issues.
Carl, real quick.
What up?
You got to tell us what is your worst experience being an electrician?
Oh, that's an easy one. I was working at the new KU hospital off 39th Street.
MIZ.
Just, there you go, ZOU.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
it's a great hospital, by the way. They do a lot of good children's work up there.
Dude, it was such a nice hospital there.
Fuck you, though.
So just down the street, not too far from Westport. You know, if you stand on the roof, you can kind of see it. So we were working in these operating rooms, and the general contractor wanted us to go through and put 2 lights in every room just so they could turn them on. It was stupid as fuck. So we went through and did all that. Well, it was just double the amount of work. So I went in there. We had to put them up, and then they wanted to see them. So after they saw them and whatnot, that was just temporary. So we had to take it out and then put in the final work. So I was told to go through and start doing that. Well, walked in the room, this certain room, and I did it to a few rooms already. So I go in this room, and I look at the light switch. It's off. Look at the lights. Those are off. I'm like, all right, cool. Lights are off. Go up there.
Those 2 variables alone, you knew. They're off.
Go up there with my clients, climb up the ladder. I think it was on a 10-foot ladder or something. I go up there, have my clients go, cut it. No, it wasn't off. It was on.
Was the light bulb? Oh, so what's that like?
So, what happened was, do you guys know what a 3-way switch is? What a 3-way lights are? So you get a hallway. You can turn the lights on from either side of the hallway.
Yeah.
That's a 3-way switch.
Oh,
okay. 3-way light.
Okay.
You turn one light on from 2 different places.
Right.
That's a 3-way.
Why is it 3 and not 2-way?
I don't know. Well, there's 3 terminals on the switch.
Okay.
So it's a 3-way. You get your hot and your travelers. So I walked in this room and they had 3-way lights in there, 3-way switches. And the one I looked at was off. And the lights happened to be off. Oh. So I just assumed that, okay, it's off. I didn't actually flip the switch and check it. So that's where I fucked up, first off.
Can't you tell by the switch if it's a 3-way? Isn't it a little bit bigger? It doesn't say off on it.
True. Yeah, it does not say off and on because it's not accurate to where it would be off or on. Shit, you can do a better job than me, Paul.
Paul.
So, yeah, I go up there, cut it, and it went kablooey in my face.
Oh.
And welded a nice little hole in my tool. Oh. Let's see, where's it at? That scar right there from a ceiling wire. I freaked out and flung my arm, got a nice old cut right here.
Was it more intense than being tased?
I didn't get electrocuted.
Nice.
So that was good.
Why? Your
tools they're insulated to a certain degree. So the current didn't go through the tools into me. And through my tool.
But you still felt it though, right?
No. It was just the initial sparks and
okay.
Just allowed, yeah. So just the initial it happening in front of my face is what made me jerk and kind of freak out.
Now, let's just say worst case scenario, you didn't have the appropriate tools for the scenario and you went and did that job.
So say the insulation was stripped or was messed up on my tools, I probably would have got electrocuted. That was
you think that's like a hospitalized scenario, or that's just something you fucking shake off, and you're just God damn.
They call it getting bit. You get bit by the electricity. It depends what you get hit with.
A light switch wouldn't be that. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad, right? It's like 30 volts or more.
277
for just standard, or is it hospital?
That's commercial lighting.
Okay. Like
what your lights are on right now are probably 120. That's what your normal shit is 120. and that's what like your receptacles and stuff.
Dude, what if you would have got superpowers or some shit, man?
Dude, Static Shock.
Like something.
Oh, dude.
That TV show was a dope.
Wasn't it?
That was.
See,
that
I'm,
was
glad
a good
I'm glad you got that, though.
Static Shock was legit.
Wasn't it? Oh, I fucking loved it.
He rode the trash can lid,
did.
dude. Seriously, that fucking cartoon was legit.
Yeah.
I fucking love watching that shit.
I haven't thought about that in like fucking goddamn like 15 fucking years.
You're
man.
welcome.
Static Shock. That was the CW.
Yep.
That were straight up CW Saturday morning fucking cartoon.
It wasn't
Static
called
Shock.
the CW. It was called like WB or something.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
WB. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry. The WB.
Yeah,
the
that's
WB.
what it was,
Yeah, it was the WB.
Yeah.
I almost bought the whole series the other day.
Because it still kind of looked like the Warner Brothers logo, didn't it?
Yeah,
Was
it's still owned by
Yeah.
Warner Brothers. So
Yeah.
They just wanted to change it.
Yeah.
Because that's where Smallville used to be on and all those shows.
Yeah. That's why they got like Arrow and the Flash and whatnot.
Yeah, like 16.
Supergirl, I think, is what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, Supergirl sucks.
Yeah, no, I don't even watch it. I don't even watch it. But actually, no, so when that happened, and my journeyman, I walked in there, he's like, "You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" He's like, "Well, because I kind of heard something go, whoa, whoa, whoa." I'm like, "Yeah, that was me." And he starts laughing. He's like, "You all right, man?" I'm like, "Yeah, just come on, I'm fine." But when I was talking to him about it, it's weird.
As steam's coming off Carl's
I
body.
know, right? Like fucking Steve Rogers just ripped all of a sudden. Just
Everything's fine.
and so they, talking to him and learning from him, he's saying, he'd rather get hit with that 277 than 120. And I was like, what?
Is that a difference between voltage and amperage, basically?
Those are two different things. So that's your volts.
Which one hurts?
Volts.
Which one hurts?
It depends. They'll both fuck you up. It just depends how you say it. They're technically the same thing. It just depends how you say it. Your volts, so like there's a formula to figure it out. There's 277 volts, which is a certain amount of amps. So either way you say it, it's the same exact thing.
Okay.
Your amps and voltage, you can say it the same way. It's just they're not the same number. Does that make sense? So
not really, but I trust you though. I trust you.
Because volts and amps are technically two different things, but just how you convert it into one or the other. So your voltage, again, is 277, which it's not the right math, but say it's like however many amps. You're saying the same thing, just using a different word for it, and it's just explaining it differently.
So they both fucking suck if you get fucking hit.
They'll
with
fuck
them,
you up
basically.
either way. So like 277, the guy was just like, he's like, man, I'd rather get hit with that all day. I'm like, the fuck? 'Cause I'm new to this. I'm like that's a bigger number than 120. Mm-hmm. Like that doesn't make sense, dude. He's like, dude, think about it. He's like, it's like you throw a rock in a river, in a lake. It's a ripple effect, right?
Yeah.
It has a ripple effect. Imagine that with current. So 277, it's a higher number. It's moving faster, right? So it'll grab onto you quick and let go. The 120 is moving slower, so it'll juice you up. Think about it. It's moving slower, so it's jolting you up more. So what happens in the 277? It'll grab you and let go. The 120, and just you got your I can't even think about it. Your fucking fit shit, muscles and whatnot.
Oh yeah, my CPT.
So
yeah,
you apply electricity to your muscles. What happens? They fucking
they tense up.
Tense up. So if you get that lower voltage, your shit tenses up. So when I cut that wire, if I would have got electrocuted.
Do you happen to know what a taser what's in a fucking taser that fucking locks a motherfucker up?
It's all about the voltages. That's all it is.
So the volts is what
the volts, the amps, or whatever you want to call it. It's all about the electricity that you're putting into the body that's affecting it.
Well, those are lower amps, so shouldn't the waves be even more, like you said, like grip onto the muscle more?
Or that's why those lower numbers, like the 120, if you were to get hit with that, that's what'll tense you up more. So if you're, like I said, if I would have cut that wire at 120 and actually got electrocuted, my muscles would tense up more. It's got that lower voltage. So then you're holding on to the live wire that you can't let go because your muscles are tense. Now the 277, it'll kind of push you away. It's moving faster. That's why if you ever actually YouTube like a electrical panel blowing up something, like something just touches wrong, it'll push you away. It's pretty aggressive. They can actually explode and shit. It's pretty crazy. Burn the fuck out of you.
That's what's up.
That's scary.
Well, I want to. I don't know how you feel about climate change. You like climate change? What's your take on that? No, you don't like it. Why? Are you a climate change denier, Trey?
No, I agree. Well, I guess climate change and global warming are two different things, right?
Not really. I mean, they go hand in hand. Well, climate change is climate change.
Yeah.
But they like to connect it to global warming.
Right. I think that global warming is just like, it makes sense. Like the Earth goes through cycles and changes.
Climate change.
Yeah.
Global warming.
All of it. Yeah. It's not global warming. It's just that's just the small trend that's happening right now.
Small trend? I agree.
Well, you could say, like, working outside and whatnot, I've noticed that August, which is typically hot, was rather cool this year, in my opinion.
90s.
August was fucking. We had some days that were like in the 75 region, 80. Dude, it felt so good outside. Even the past few days, it felt nice.
Right. Then you watch the news, and they're like, in 1937, the high was 109 degrees. Yeah. But the world's about to end because we're emitting so many emissions.
We're not that lucky, trust me. The world is not about to end.
There's these stupid movies that I hate to see the trailer for. It's called The Inconvenient Truth, and it's like some old president guy. Who's the guy that lost to George Bush?
Mitt Romney? Or no?
George W. Bush.
Right, it was Al Gore.
Al Gore, yeah.
Yeah, he's the one who started. Huge. He started climate change.
Yeah, he made it up.
He had a documentary.
No, he didn't invent it.
He was a pusher, though.
He put it on the map.
He was a big pusher.
He put it on the map. He did.
It's propaganda, right? Initially, it was propaganda.
He's the number one guy who started climate change, or global warming, as Trey would call it, or a lot of people.
No, I don't call it global warming.
No, I know.
I call it nothing.
The scary thing that, like, the only way
okay. You could call it nothing, but it has to be something, though. Because if you look at the second industrial revolution that we're in right now, we have massive amounts of carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide, I can't remember, that's being released into the atmosphere due to the industrial age that we're in.
Sure.
So we're adding that, but yes, so that given everything changes everything, everything has a cause and effect, so that has to be affecting something.
Sure.
Now the real question is everything that we're doing right now really affecting all this shit to the extent to where now it's this detrimental fucking thing to where you're ruining a society in the next 50 years?
You have to start banning straws in California type shit,
right? Yeah. Or is it there? Is it there? Because or is it really not as big of a deal as people make it out to be? It always is something, but is it a big enough deal to where you have to start being worried about?
I'm with Trey. The Earth goes through cycles. The Earth is allegedly billions of years old, right? 4 billion years old.
Yeah.
And it took some time for the Earth to be the way it is now. Mm-hmm. But there was a period of time where it's probably been, if you subtract the second industrial revolution, where greenhouse gases weren't subjected into the air to the amount that it is today, to where it was similar. What I'm trying to say is, it's bullshit. I mean, hurricanes happen in frequencies, tornadoes, whatever you have it. I'm saying in 100 years, there's no way that we could have emitted so much carbon monoxide or greenhouse gases into the air, whether it be China, the United States, or India. I mean, think about the ocean. The ocean covers 70% more than land does. So it's all going to balance out, man. I mean, you have it in concentrated areas. That's it. Eventually, I mean, like you said, it has a small effect, but not the effect to where it's going to ruin the Earth in 50 years.
Because you can't say it doesn't have an effect.
What about dinosaurs? When dinosaurs were on the Earth, they're massive. Their shits are 150 times bigger than our shit. Yeah. That's way more than cows. You're telling me that didn't fuck the Earth up? Yeah. Is that what caused the Ice Age? Is dinosaur shit?
No, I'm right there with you.
Dude, that's the new theory. Dinosaur shit caused the Ice Age.
No, I could be like, hey, I'm clipping my toenails today. I start a world war 100 years from now. Because I clipped my toenails this morning.
Because you chose what to do at that particular moment?
Yeah. And I, so you're talking about like a butterfly effect kind of thing at that point. No, there is nothing substantial in to say that, our shit is where it's at because of this kind of thing. Now, is it changing? Yeah. Does it change? Yes. It's all about the magnitude in which it changes.
The sun also gets closer and further away from the Earth every 12 years. You know what I'm saying? That as well. There's so many proponents.
you're polishing the brass on the Titanic, man. Like it's all going down at some point. To be honest with you.
Well, we all know that, but right now in the moment, are we contributing to the Titanic going down in any way, shape, or form? I say no.
Bro, we're sending a fucking satellite to fucking the sun right now, Paul. I know. Yeah, I knew where that was going when I said that.
Well, they already have one that's close. It's called.
I think they just launched one this past month or two that's going to get the closest supposedly you can get. I don't know that.
Well, they have one that
burning it up.
I forget what it's called, but there's one that they just monitors the sun and it's CME waves and it's solar flares and shit like that. But you can watch it every day. But to get closer, that's pretty cool.
No, I thought they sent one out recently, past month or two. That's getting. I say close. It's still like 1 billion miles away from the damn thing. But
are they using gold? Is that what they're using?
I don't even know, dude. I'm not an astrophysicist. I couldn't tell you.
Did you see the moon yesterday?
The ins and outs of it.
It was red.
Was it a red moon? I thought I saw it.
Was it?
Yeah, it was huge and red.
Damn it, I missed it, man.
Yeah, it was beautiful. The only other thing I was going to say about climate change is, I mean, if there is climate change, then it's like, okay, there's no point really talking about it because we're never just going to stop, like,
what we're doing,
building things, or I guess we can get electric cars, but who's to say that all that battery, stuff isn't going to do the same thing?
I saw something funny about electric cars the other day. Now that you said it, talking about it's like, isn't it funny how you have an electric car that has lead batteries in it?
Yeah,
powered by a coal factory that makes your electricity to charge your car.
Exactly, it makes no sense.
That's just polluting the earth. So if anything, you're giving them more power.
Yeah, that's my thought too. It's like, unless we just decide no more electricity or anything, we're just going to go back to the Stone Ages.
And they're talking about the battery life on those cars aren't anywhere
they're
close
not,
to what they were projected to be. Which is really bad. Like you talk about like 7 years, like a 7-year lifespan on a battery that pretty much will cost you pretty much a whole new car.
Yeah.
To replace, and those electric cars are looking bad too. Yeah. Like you're right. It's there's some shit going on with that too.
It's
like, fuck, when are we gonna get it right? God damn it.
My mom,
nobody ever wins.
My mom looked at Teslas recently.
No, thank you.
And she was talking about them. She was telling me so she's like, oh, they're cool, electric and whatnot. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
The torque is right there, man. You talking about fast?
It is, but
you talking about fast? Fucking those electric cars, man. They fucking go.
Like Trey, your Fusion. What does it get on a full tank? How many miles? I'm sure it tells you.
Well, I have a Taurus now, but
300 at least.
Like, how many miles?
Like full tank. Doesn't it tell you like
it would
X amount of miles
average around 400?
Right. So 400. The Tesla that she looked at was 250. Only 250 miles until you had to recharge the damn thing.
Yeah,
and they're like 60 grand.
But the whole point is the cost ratio.
Dude, they're just as expensive.
Bro, she could roll up to Kohl's and charge for free.
So you're saying like in the end, like maintenance and
and that's another thing she told me about too. Is like that she heard about too and read about is that it's a Tesla. You can't take it to your average mechanic.
No, you have to take it to Tesla.
You have to take it to Tesla.
Yeah,
they're the only ones that'll work on it.
Yeah, there's no dealer. There's nowhere in Belton where you could get it.
Fuck no.
There's nowhere. Chance.
That would be worth like figuring out how to do like in the future, becoming like a Tesla mechanic.
There's already guys doing it,
electric.
Man.
Yeah,
there's guys
doing it.
There's guys on YouTube who make videos and all
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, makes videos on how to fix Teslas and shit.
Yeah. Well, imagine if everybody had an electric car, like every single person, like we completely swapped out. Like we'd have so much electricity being used like to charge all those cars every night.
Oh yeah, that's true as well. Like you said,
it would be like you said the equivalent to gas.
Yeah, just what you're outputting in your car. This is the coal factory, which granted they're making wind turbines, all that other shit, to make better, more efficient electricity.
Yeah,
but I doubt it's on a capacity that we can't achieve through coal or something.
My theory is that we'll have electric cars whenever we run out of oil and gas.
Right. Well, that'd be your only option.
It's never going to happen.
I've always been big on geothermal energy.
Yeah.
That nobody's. I mean, the plant itself would cost so much to fucking make.
Yeah.
But that shit makes so much sense. But it's an easy concept, but nobody's ever done it, or probably will do it within our lifetime. Is see a geothermal energy fucking plant.
Yeah.
Right.
Come up.
That'd be cool. I think.
No, that would be cool. That would be cool.
The thing that scares me is like whenever you're flying to like California and it literally looks like Mars after you like pass Colorado. Like it legitimately just looks like Mars. There's no green anywhere.
Well,
it's so
it's all
it's just dry.
It was so dry.
Yeah. The drought is real. That's that's real shit.
But yeah, you're right.
That's the only scary thing. But then you have China, and I talked to you about this. Literally, China, and they're starting to actually vegetate their deserts.
They figured out a way.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah,
damn.
They figured out a way to vegetate. They've derived something out of the plant where they were able to see how it's only able to take minimal amount of water, and then they have like they use their bamboo or whatever, and they make these checkered boards like 4 foot by 4 foot, and it looks like a checkered board along the whole desert, and then they just vegetation, man.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's the way to do it, man.
Oh yeah, it's going crazy over in China. They're smart motherfuckers.
Well, fuck yeah. They make my fucking iPhone.
Yeah,
that's true.
I love my phone.
It is my most coveted fucking possession. It's like my car and my iPhone. My car is probably still above my iPhone, but goddamn it, my iPhone's in a close.
It was kind of funny last night. Me and Kendra went out for a little date night, and we went to the what's that fucking place called?
Carl just shouted you out, Kendra.
The frozen moo,
yeah,
where they fucking roll the ice or whatever, or the ice cream. So we tried it out. You know, I like ice cream. I'm fat. I like ice cream. You know, I got cookies and cream. So we went there and we're sitting. It's over there. Right off 119th, right next to the Apple store.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there on the bench eating our ice cream, and we look over. There's a little Mexican dude in there cleaning the floors and whatnot. And Kendra's like, she's like, I bet he makes a lot of money. I'm like, I bet he doesn't. She's like, do you know that? He's like, it's Apple, of course. Like, I'm sure he makes a ton of money. I'm like,
true.
They pay little children in China 12 cents to make my phone. I'm pretty sure that guy's not making shit right now.
No, he probably makes the same.
Dude, their janitor at Apple probably at least make $12 an hour.
No, I know he makes more than 12 cents. He's Mexican, not Chinese.
Oh.
No, Apple does pay well in the United States. Outside of the United States, they do not.
No, they don't.
But they're such good guys.
They are. They got a good phone.
Such good guys.
They got a good product. They got a good product.
As long as our lives are good, it doesn't matter. You know?
Hey, I was on Apple Music yesterday, and I'm sure you all noticed Eminem's new album.
Ooh,
for Venom.
Dude,
good.
What?
He's got a single for Venom, the movie.
What?
Yeah, dude, the album's good. It's
last
number
time,
one, isn't it? Right now.
Hold on.
I don't know.
Hold on. The last time Eminem did a single for a movie, it was Southpaw.
Yep.
With Jake Gyllenhaal, and that movie was in my top 10 favorite movies of all time.
I just love.
Are you kidding me?
Rachel,
have you not heard it at all?
No, I haven't. Anytime Eminem does a single for a movie, dude, that movie's gonna be fucking badass.
I showed you the trailer for it, dude.
Well, I saw, but I didn't hear Eminem. Fucking,
it's not in there yet.
It just dropped.
I saw the
yesterday.
because the trailer got me super stoked.
Yeah, the new trailer is badass.
Oh, dude.
Fuck, dude. No, the last time, it's phenomenal, right? Phenomenal from Southpaw.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit was fucking so dope.
Did you buy
that
the
movie?
CD?
Makes me cry.
Did you buy it?
That movie gets me excited.
I have Apple Music. Trey, you have Apple Music?
I used to.
Oh, so you got his album for free right now, basically.
Well, I pay $10 a month, and I can just look up anything I want.
Yeah.
It's pretty legit. I like it.
Is it really good?
Dude, I like it.
I heard the lyrics. Woodgrain, of all people, said his lyrics were insane.
It's okay, and I mean, I hope he doesn't write a diss track about little old me, but Revival was not the greatest, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that's why he did Kamikaze, which is the name of this album.
Oh, I like that.
It's Kamikaze, which is kind of fitting, I guess. But it's kind of like a diss track because people were talking shit on his Revival album that he just released. Which when I first heard it was kind of weird. He had a lot of collabs, I guess, collabos.
Some people.
Like Beyonce, Ed Sheeran. There's a bunch of people on there, man.
And this new one?
Ed Sheeran's fucking trash.
Yes.
Ed Sheeran is fucking trash. I'm going to say that right now.
But that song, actually, that he does is not bad.
Everybody here name an Ed Sheeran song.
There's one called, like...
no.
It's like...
Yeah, no. Nobody here gives a fuck. Nobody here gives a... You want to know why? Because we're not 14-year-old fucking girls with shit opinions.
Yeah,
we don't like fucking Ed Sheeran. Fuck that shit. I do not like Ed Sheeran.
Do you like Enya? I forgot about her. She's awesome.
Enya's legit.
Yeah.
That song Time.
Only Time.
Only Time.
Yeah.
Who can say
And then it's just like a bunch of
yeah, and you literally repeat that whole thing over and over again.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful song.
I love that song.
It can put you to sleep. It relaxes you.
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran just makes me want to fucking throw my fucking iPhone away. Whenever he comes up on my Pandora, or whenever I'm looking at my early 2000 or my 2000s and 90s, 2000s, and today's hits fucking radio.
Yeah, that's the best radio.
Shit! It's either a gold mine or a minefield, man. You don't know what the fuck you get with
For
that.
some reason, he was in an episode of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And he sang for like this little gay song.
Yeah, he was like at a campfire or some shit.
He got roasted. Like so many people hated it. Like they're just like, no, this is.
Dude, fuck Ed Sheeran, man.
I'm not trying to be like completely relevant on the timeline here, but again, Jesse, you probably did since you're all over Imager, and I saw it on iPhone. So I'm
live
sure
on Imager.
I'm
I
sure
shout out
you saw
Imager
it.
thank you, because I like to shout out Imager every podcast. So
you're non-sponsored sponsor.
Yeah, they don't even need
Trey,
to pay me.
I don't know if you saw it. I watched it
them
today, and I want to show it to you if we ever take a break or whenever we get done with this one. But Aretha Franklin died, right?
Yeah, a while ago.
Have you? Yeah, but they just had a funeral not too long ago.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything about it?
Ariana Grande getting groped
By Bill Clinton.
No.
No, it wasn't.
She got groped. Yeah, she got groped.
by the pastor. Fucking.
But did you see Bill Clinton? Oh, you didn't see it?
No, I saw the black guy.
And by the way, if anybody was surprised that Bill Clinton looked aroused by Ariana Grande, you're like, oh, you're just now figuring out he's a little bit of a pervert.
Dude, it's so funny if you watch the video. He's just staring at her just like... Yeah.
This is the thing.
Why is that a pervert?
No. See, this is the thing, and this is what I was going to get into. Everybody's a little bit of a pervert. I don't care if you're male, you're female. Everybody's like that one person you're like, man, I could put some things some places and it'll be okay. Everybody's fucking like that. Yeah. Everybody's fucking like that. It's just Bill Clinton cannot hold his expressions back. So you can tell when Bill Clinton is just ready to, he's like, yep, I'm all about that.
Dude,
as to where me as a general human being, you can't tell. I'm very reserved. The same thoughts happen in my head that's going through Bill Clinton's head, but I am much more reserved.
Exactly.
And you can't see from my expressions.
So I went to show Kendra I got on Facebook to show her, and I found gold. I googled Bill Clinton, or typed in Bill Clinton, right? I clicked on it, right?
Yeah.
And the first thing that popped up says Morgan Freeman narrating Bill Clinton. Yeah, I see your face. You know what? You've seen the Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
I'll have to show you, dude. It's fucking hilarious. It's only like 45 seconds, dude, but it's fun. I think it might be the same guy doing that same voice for Morgan.
Well, it's the guy who does. Yeah, he does a bunch of shit.
Right, but he does that voice. I think it's him. But I found it today, and I was just like, oh, I gotta show Jesse tonight. It was super funny. Legit. Dude, I thought it was funny and shit.
No, you hate Bill Clinton. In all honesty, you fucking hate Bill Clinton because he ruined the housing market.
Yeah.
He fucked the housing market. Fucking hate him for that. Don't hate him because he's attracted to women because he's
married to Hillary.
I'd be fucking looking at other shit too, to be honest with you. That's fine. But you cannot fucking hate that guy for fucking, he's a classic everyday fucking dude who fucking...
Fuck no.
Jesus Christ, man.
He's like a lighter version of Donald Trump, maybe.
How many times does Eminem say, like, fuck Donald Trump in his new album?
I have no idea, actually. I don't think it did. Does he? I listened to it maybe twice all the way through so far. There's a few that I like already. I wish, Paul, are we allowed to listen to it all?
You know what's strange? You know what's strange is that he fucking is so anti-people or anti-political people.
He called out Lil Yachty, I'm pretty sure.
In the end, well, Lil Yachty fucking deserves to be called out. But, so Eminem can call out fucking presidents that have done nothing but make him more money, right?
I got a theory about that.
So guess what?
I want to talk to you about.
Guess what? So Eminem can talk all the shit he wants on Donald Trump. You know what Donald Trump is how Donald Trump is affecting Eminem, he is making Eminem more money when it comes to tax season.
Yes.
He's talking shit on the person who's making him more money.
That just popped up.
What did Donald Trump say about Eminem?
That.
I saw this. I saw this earlier.
You're coming into a little bit of a chaotic fucking segue into whatever position that we're gonna be in. I'm gonna step outside. I'm gonna fucking urinate and flick my bean a little bit.
Oh,
all right.
Smoke a cig.
Flicking the bean.
Enjoy yourself, Jesse.
Yeah, enjoy it.
I feel like Jesse's last name should be Rodriguez.
Yeah, that'd be a good last name.
Jesse Rodriguez sounds good to me personally.
No, you just showed me that Master Roshi thing.
Mm-hmm.
I read a thing the other day that was saying that wait, you haven't watched it yet, neither have I.
No.
So I don't know if I should talk about it then. Fuck.
It has something to do with Super?
Yes.
Yeah, don't tell me then.
Okay. I clicked on it and I read it. I'm like, ooh, that sounds legit.
Yeah.
It's about Master Roshi and it sounds super legit. Because he's kind of the man.
Paul could be a Master Roshi, like if we ever filmed a Dragon Ball Z like homemade video.
Oh, dude, we'd be super legit at doing that.
Oh, that would be awesome. We should do that.
I would like to do that. I would very, very much like to do that.
Or Paul would have to be Krillin.
Draw 6 little dots on his head.
Yeah, it'd be perfect.
So what do you guys think about a carnivore diet?
Only eat meat?
Yeah, only meat.
I think you'd live.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately only meat, though, nothing else.
Nothing else?
Oh,
Nothing
like so
else.
you can't like beans and stuff?
Nothing.
I think
Just meat only.
You probably wouldn't live
you
then.
kind of have to then because that's all protein. And actually, I'm pretty sure I was watching like Bear Grylls or one of those shows.
Yeah.
It might have been Survivor Man with Les Stroud. But he was saying like rabbits are really high in protein, and that's all he was really eating. And he said that'll actually kill you because that's all you're eating is protein. Jesse actually would know, I think, more than any of us.
That's a TV show, though.
Bring that back for me.
Just an all-carnivore diet.
Is it possible, Jesse?
Yeah, of course
carnivore.
it's fucking possible.
Nothing but meat. Diet?
Nothing but meat.
There's actually, 1 second before you dive in, there's a craze going on. Well, not a craze, but there's a large amount of people that are going strictly just a carnivore diet.
It works just like how you can eat no meat whatsoever and still stay alive. So you talk about opposite ends of the spectrum. You can literally eat no meat and be alive, or you could literally eat nothing but meat and you could still be alive.
But they're saying it's like more healthy, like for your body and shit, and just the things you see.
Okay, you could talk about fucking science and speculation and all these things about what's healthy, what's not going to be healthy. All we've seen is a progression of throughout time is that this is the diet you need to be on. It needs to be no sugar. It needs to be, or it needs to be no fat. And you can even eat sugars. But, and all this. Back in the 90s, it was a huge zero fat fucking thing back in the 90s. We've seen just diets of all kinds of extremes, all kinds of fucking shit. What it comes down to, realistically, is what you fucking feel like fucking doing with your life, and when you're being healthy or not. I'm sorry. Nobody's fucking so stupid now to where you can be on a diet and fucking go in to eat fast food. If you're eating clean fucking proteins and that's all you fucking eat is clean fucking lean fucking meats that are non-processed fucking shit, yeah, it's probably going to be better than whenever you have a salad every now and again, but you're eating fucking fast food all the time. All this fucking speculation, man. Nobody has it right. Everybody metabolizes fucking things differently with fucking diets and everything. Everybody loses weight differently. It's very gender relevant too, whether or not you're a male or a female. I know that's probably gonna upset some people. Me explaining that there's a difference between male and fucking female.
There is,
though. Fucking some things, but there is, depending on just all these fucking things. You know what it comes down to?
It's fucking.
Hey.
Fucking.
I told you.
That I went off on a rant. And I said the F word too much. I said fuck too much. This is what it comes down to. We're here for a good time, not a long time. You do whatever you would like to do when it comes to a diet, and you will end up being happier whenever you're diet focused and you set a goal and you're like, these are the boundaries that I've set for myself. Like, I'm gonna go high protein, or I'm gonna go Like, it's not called Atkins anymore. It's called what's it called now?
Keto diet.
Keto diet. Yeah. This is pretty much it's a repackaged fucking Atkins diet.
All right.
Yeah, basically. It's been around for years.
Yeah, it's a repackaged Atkins diet, but you can go vegan too. It's whatever, dude. It's up to you.
Ooh, I wish we had some rice right now.
Some what?
Rice.
Yeah, rice is good.
Yeah, let's make a Taco Bell run.
I'm fucking. God damn it! I'm upset at myself. I keep cussing so much. That was my one goal. I had a conversation with Paul. Like, we like to critique ourselves, like, whenever, you know, we have a podcast.
I'm your only viewer, pretty much. But yeah.
And
I watch this intently.
That's fine. And I told him, I'm like, man, I cuss too much.
I mentioned it too, I think, didn't I? To you.
But
I think we all have.
I came to Paul last Monday. That I was like, man, I cussed too much. Like, it was way too much less. And then apparently, I don't even know. I literally just blacked out. And I think just the F word just streams out of my mouth.
Do you remember? I think we were watching Infinity War. I was like, Jesse, I'm gonna buy a fucking clicker, and I'm gonna I'm gonna listen to your video, and I'm gonna click this clicker every time you say the F word, because I swear you say it a lot.
I'm gonna get like $20 worth of quarters, and then every time I cuss, Paul's gonna hit a little button, and it's gonna light up green, and I get to throw a quarter.
That's like
in the jar.
The Talk Junkies jar.
Yeah.
The swear jar.
It'll go to like some
audio equipment. That's good. Yeah, equipment type deal.
Well, I prefer it more like a listener, like fan shit.
Oh yeah, promotion.
That'd be, dude, you'd give up at least $30 a night.
At least. Yeah, no, you're right. But I think it would set me straight, because I don't need to be saying fuck so much. Even though I love the word.
I think words are words.
I just get too aggressive.
Words are words, and I don't mind the word. You just
I don't mind it either. I like.
That's what we know. We all love the word. We all love doing the word.
I just say fuck too much.
Yes, yeah.
You just know you say fucking too
especially
much.
When I get riled up. Like, I get riled up, and that's my go-to. Is fucking.
It's your, like, instead of saying you say fucking. Like, a lot of people say when they're like talking.
You know? Yeah. God.
You ever listen to a NASCAR speech? Is like their key word. Yeah, we were on the backstretch.
That's my filler, I guess.
Daryl Waltrip was right there on the back turn. You know, that's the go-to. Unless you're from the Midwest, say ope.
Ope. I do say that. I like it. Ope. There you go, Johnny.
Ope.
I haven't said open ever in my life.
Why do you guys think local beer or like local brewed beer? What's the craze with this new brewed beer shit? Like all this different shit.
People like it because it tastes a little bit different.
You mean like craft beer?
Yeah, like craft beer. What's the craze with craft beer? Is
PBR. Is it fucking PBR all the way?
Is it hipster?
Every day.
Yeah, it's hipster.
I'd say hipster is a good word. Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
But also, like, a lot of old guys like to like change. You know,
sip on their crafted beer.
That's what's bullshit. No, we like a good whiskey. Yeah, we're drinking Jameson. We like a good scotch. Well, but when it comes to beer, why the fuck are you putting so much effort in your, like, pumpkin spice fucking flaky fucking shit? Like, fuck that
skinny
shit.
Blonde ale.
I mean, as we say that, but I mean, I'm pretty sure any one of us would enjoy a Casey Dunkel's right now.
Of course.
Oh yeah,
it's a beautiful beer. They import their shit from Germany, and they brew it here. It's a wonderful beer.
They don't import it from Germany.
They do. They import all their ingredients from Germany with the Casey Dunkel. So when they brew it here.
Whenever they first made Dunkel, you're telling me it was German ingredients?
Yeah, it is. Straight, dude, that's their thing. It's German ingredients imported into America.
Dunkel. It's a German beer, technically,
I love that beer.
but made in America. Is what I was told.
The
thing is, like, the
stonewalling myself here.
That confuses me is, like, I had a job for like one day, and it was at the KC Pizza Brewery or whatever.
Which place?
Martin City. Not Martin City Brewery, but KC Pizza or whatever. I don't know what it's called.
No, in P&L?
Yeah.
In Martin City.
Where
Ryan works.
So I think it's Pizza and Tap Room.
Martin City Pizza Party.
And they're just like, you have to smell the beer before you drink the beer.
That's like Jesse drinking wine.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm not going to smell this beer.
Everybody does that.
Who the fuck likes IPAs, man? IPAs are disgusting.
Wine? Okay.
No, they're not that bad.
Wine is a whole different ballgame, guys.
Of course it is.
Wine is a whole different fucking ballgame.
But the restaurant told him that he had to sniff the beer.
That's stupid as fuck.
Before he tasted it. I'm like, it's a beer. You drank it with your friends to get drunk while you're playing beer pong.
Yes.
I take a sommelier will fucking dedicate their entire life to being able to distinguish where this grape was grown, whether it's fucking South America or Chile or Europe or California, and they could taste the fucking difference. I respect the fuck out of that.
Oh, dude, yeah, they can.
The crafts beer thing, which I do respect too, but not nearly as much as the wine, because wine has been thousands of years fucking developed.
But they have that in any kind of liquor, beer, whiskey, vodka. I was watching an episode of Mythbusters. They had this. The myth was that you could use a water filtration system to distill shitty vodka and get top shelf vodka, which is a horrible decision. So they did it, and they had this vodka guy, kind of like a I don't know what you call them, like a wine connoisseur, sommelier for vodka, and he came in, and so they had like 12 samples. And it was this long distilled, this long, and then the top shelf. Long story short, he picked out the top shelf as the top shelf. So
what is the life expectancy of someone who is a drink tester? I wonder what that is.
I don't think he drinks it. I think
probably the same as everybody else.
He probably just does what a sommelier does and just puts it in his mouth, and they don't actually ingest it. They literally just taste it, and
they suck air in too to aerate it, don't they?
They air it. Yeah, they do all that. They only ingest maybe 3%.
Yeah,
like 3% of actually what they're tasting. What they're tasting.
The thing with wine though is like wine is you can make it specific for what you eat.
Yeah, you can pair it. There's pairings.
Yeah,
that's
I don't really think you can do that with liquor. I mean, you probably could, but I mean, like, I'm not gonna eat a steak and enjoy just a vodka on the rocks.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
true.
right there with you. I really don't drink.
Never do that.
Yeah, nobody drinks hard liquor while they drink.
And I haven't. Have you tried it? Like, had a steak dinner with potatoes and like had this nice red wine that is specific just for that dinner.
Cheese. No, man, I'm telling you, cheese and fucking red wine.
Really?
Cheese.
That's so weird.
Get something salty. Get something salty. So like, get like some just some bullshit cheese, like some sharp cheddar.
Oh, that's
good. And then get some sharp cheddar, and then get some salty crackers, wheat thins,
like
even wheat thins or wheat thins, pretzels.
Pretzels. Oh,
and then
pretzels.
Yeah, and then get a nice Pinot Noir, and then fucking literally eat the cheese on top of the cracker, and then drink the Pinot Noir, and there's magic in your fucking mouth.
You're literally talking about like doing like a breakfast shot right now or something.
No,
it's like you gotta do this, do that, and then drink.
That would be a good.
I'm serious though. I'm serious.
How would you do that?
Wine does pair nicely with certain things. Salty,
so weird,
sharp, consistency. Like it really does. As to where I could drink. I don't drink a beer with my meal. Like I'll order a beer. I'll drink half the beer. My meal comes out, and then I'll drink a water with my meal. And then after I'm done eating, then I'll fucking go back to fucking drinking my beer.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Well, beer and pizza. Beer and pizza. You could do beer and pizza.
Yeah, let's go together.
Yeah.
Or I mean, like Buffs, and you're at Buffalo Wild Wings having some wings. Like you could do beer.
Wings. Yeah.
But there's so much happening flavor wise within wine if you really get down to it.
Yeah.
I'm big on wine.
So have you done wine and steak though?
I have done a Cabernet. I have done a Cabernet with steak, and it's just not. It's not the same thing as to where I much more appreciate something salty with a cheese and then a red wine, like a Pinot Noir especially for me, and then Cabernet would work too.
So it's mainly red wine with meals, not white wine.
Well, supposedly, like white wine's going to pair more with like seafood and like pastas. So whenever you have like a pasta, I think, or like a seafood especially goes with white wine. But yeah, no, red wine typically is paired with a steak. Cheese is all kinds of paired with all kinds of different wines. I think like my enjoyment came from, I literally got shitty box wine and shitty block of cheese. I remember got fucking wasted and ate like a block of cheese and fucking drank nearly a whole box of wine.
What would you drink with smoked cheese? Like a smoked cheddar?
Cheese?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I just personally like red wine. Like I love Pinot. I love Pinot Noir. I love Pinot Noir.
I just bought Ashley a wine fridge. She's got 30 bottles in there.
Yeah, I saw that Snapchat. Nice. No, you sent me the Snapchat of you with the shopping cart, and I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
All right, Jesse, stress test real quick. So steak and potatoes obviously has a nice pairing with a certain wine, correct? You would say.
What type of potato?
Well, I'm just getting a base. I'm getting like a base question out of the way.
Okay.
So you get your steak potatoes paired with a nice red wine. Okay.
Hmm.
Picture this. Okay. You got a double quarter pounder with cheese. You got a large fry. What red wine? Go.
Oh, that's going to be the 337 Noble Vines Cabernet.
Makes sense.
That's a good call.
Honestly, the 337 Noble Vines Cabernet, we'll just go with pretty much anything you fucking put in your mouth. The tannins in that motherfucker is ridiculous.
Just off the charts.
Off the fucking charts.
and
it's a cheap wine. Like, I mean, really, like a solid Cabernet for like $13 fucking. I don't know where you're getting it at, but
I don't think. What's the most expensive wine you've ever had? How much?
The Ghost Pines.
And how much?
Ghost Pines Cabernet was $25 bottle of wine that I bought.
Damn.
$25 bottle.
Bottle of wine.
That's not even expensive at all.
I know, but I'm not.
Trey, what's the most expensive wine you've ever had?
I have no idea.
Probably the same.
I've never bought like.
And this is in store, by the way. This isn't at a restaurant.
Oh, it's
at a restaurant. It would have been $100 bottle of wine.
$20 is the most expensive. No, actually.
No, you're shaking your head at me right now. Like, if you were to buy Ghost Pines, like a bottle of Ghost Pines at a fucking store, that would have been $100 bottle of wine.
It is. Remember at Martin City?
You're talking about a price being a fucking thing.
Of course I am.
Okay, so this is the fucking thing. No, this is the fucking thing. I see where you're going. I see where you're fucking going right now.
Where we work, if you were to buy a bottle of wine, it would probably be like $80 for a house fucking Cabernet. So don't even fucking.
That's 2 bottles of wine, by the way.
No, I remember 2 ladies came in.
That's a double bottle of wine. That's a very large amount of fucking wine. This is what I'm going to get down to. Is my ability, and as far as drinking wine, I can tell you a difference between some box wine and a fucking $15 bottle of wine.
Maybe.
I could not. Yes, I promise you I could. I could not tell you the difference between a $50 bottle of wine and then a fucking $15 bottle of fucking wine, Cabernet. If it's $15, dude, that's fucking really good for me. I can't find the subtleties in a $50 fucking bottle of wine you get at a fucking store. I'm like, man, this is definitely $50 fucking, not fucking 15. You can tell the difference between the cheap shit and just your good wine. But the really fucking expensive wine, I can't tell the fucking difference between the really good wine and just the $15 fucking bottle of fucking wine.
I think why wine gets so expensive is because now whenever people are trying to sell bottles of wine, there's a lot of fraud in it. Because someone will find this like old bottle of wine from like the 1930s in a Scottish old house where it was just decomposed, but someone found it and they went in there and there was just this bottle of red wine. Then they'll go and they'll sell it for like $1 million. Someone will go out there and buy it.
You know what's funny about that though?
One of the Rothschilds or someone like that, their brothers is like a huge wine guy. But what's that?
What you're saying is, you go to a house that's been abandoned, you find a bottle of wine that's been sitting there for X amount of years. I was reading this thing. It's that. Say you got a bottle of wine that was from, easy math purposes, 1950, and you open I'm trying to use the right way, and it was barreled in 1950, packaged in 1970, and you find it in the year 2000. That's not a 50-year bottle of wine. That's a 20-year bottle of wine. It's just been sitting in a glass bottle. The aging process happens in the barreling, not in the glass itself. So that's a big misconception. I'm sure Jesse can contest to that. That just because the bottle says the year, that's when it was bottled. That's not, or if I remember correctly, the year on the bottle is when it was bottled.
So why does it?
So it's 2011 and it's 2018. It's not a 7-year bottle of wine.
But why doesn't it age in a bottle as opposed to in a barrel?
That's just a fermentation process.
You can't manufacture. If they were to bottle it right then and then store it, that takes so much more money. They have to do it in barrels first.
I understand that, but so it doesn't age if it's in a bottle is what I'm saying?
I think as far as temperatures and there's a whole process to it.
It does. It's just an easier process, and especially whenever you're talking about a major name brand that's going to be spread out like fuck, it's going to go everywhere. Like it's in every fucking price chopper throughout the entire fucking U.S. You can't just have them separately bottled and then stored somewhere for fucking 3 years or 2 years. 2 to 3 years.
So they keep it in a barrel.
They keep it in a barrel and then they put it in a fucking bottle.
So my question is, if you were to, like that Crown Royal we bought, or that I bought, it was 13-year aged Crown Royal.
In a barrel.
So let's say 13 years ago when they put that in a barrel and they aged it, and they put just a little bottle on the side, they aged it at the same exact time, would it taste the same?
I'd say no.
No, it would taste completely different.
Really?
No, because of have you I know Jameson. They got some. I want to say it's their cask mate series, where it's a different. It all has to do with the barrels. Their barrel literally makes the drink. I wouldn't say whiskey or wine.
By the
whatever
type
you put
of
in
wood?
it, by the type of wood, by I want to say Jack Daniels maybe.
Are you fact checking any of this?
What?
Yeah, we'll have something here.
They'll actually take a fire and char the inside of a barrel, and then you put the liquid in it, and the charredness is how you get flavor into the whiskey.
Could you char some glass and let it chill in some glass and then taste different?
I think no, because I think it's a different type of char.
Yeah, that's true.
It's almost like a smog, maybe.
Okay,
so everything is aged in barrels first,
right? And that's what I was saying.
No matter what it is.
So if you were to let it, okay, so, and I don't think anyone knows this, but like if you took that bottle that was aged for 13 years of Crown, it's gonna taste like Crown you would buy today. Maybe a little different.
No, you're saying so that same. Oh. So again, if you go back to your original, so if you were to take a bottle of it without aging it, put it in a bottle, age it for 13 years, put that in a bottle, those two bottles you're saying should taste the same?
Would they? I'm not saying they should.
I'm saying no.
They would taste a tad bit different, but not like.
I'd say they taste different, in my opinion.
Because it still ages. It's just the process is different because there's nothing to. I don't know. How
but the barrels, I'm pretty sure, give you what the flavor, and that's where everything comes from. You know what I mean?
Dude, we should make up our own whiskey or something.
In my opinion,
that'd be good.
This says aging changes wine, but does not categorically improve it or worsen it. Fruitness deteriorates rapidly, decreasing markedly after only 6 months in the bottle. Due to the cost of storage, it is not economical to age cheap wines, but many varieties of wine do not benefit from aging, regardless of the quality.
There you go. See?
Also, one of the most expensive bottles of wine is from 1767 or something. Fuck. And it's so expensive because Thomas Jefferson,
drank from it.
Wrote his initials on there or something.
Oh, fuck.
Well, and that's the bottle that everyone's after.
You can't consume that wine.
Yeah. They said it would only last for 50 years, and it's 200 plus years old.
Yeah, it's done.
Obviously. So it's out there.
Yeah, it's still a bottle.
But you can't drink it.
No, who owns it?
No, you can't drink it.
Somebody bought it. I don't know.
It would make you sick.
It would make you sick.
Like
shit. It's spoiled.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
No way.
No, you can't drink it. Yeah, that's what it said.
I would fucking drink it.
You'd be shitting your pants out.
What if you drank it and you just became Thomas Jefferson?
Oh, dude.
Thomas Jefferson was one of the fucking great fucking presidents, man.
Yeah, he was.
I love fucking Thomas Jefferson. I really do. Thomas Jefferson fucking...
PIMP.
They should make a game about him, like Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Like something.
You just drink this bottle of wine, and then Thomas Jefferson, and then Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, that would be dope. Yeah, you find Thomas Jefferson's bottle of wine, you drink it like your character does in the game, and then you turn it into Thomas Jefferson and have to do some crazy tasks.
And you do some super fucking cool.
But you're also a vampire
pre-independence shit, and you stand up, and you're just this great fucking individual. He didn't even...
You signed the Declaration of Independence with it. I mean, it would just be amazing.
He was the second president, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, he was the shit.
TJ, he's so cool. What's up, TJ?
Oh, shit. I like to call this podcast TJ, man.
There you go. Good.
Oh, it all comes back. Thomas Jefferson, Talk
Look
Junkies.
at that.
Look at the correlation there.
By the way, the wine industry by 2023 will be $423 billion industry worldwide.
Jesus.
There was recently a wine shortage. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, there was a wine shortage.
Not box
especially
wine.
In California.
I wonder why.
All the wildfires?
I don't really
that's
know.
why.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It makes me sad.
This is a good idea, I think. If you could somehow create a grape with the outside to where it was edible, and you just fill it with wine. Like you have little grapes that you just eat, but it's wine inside, and you could just be eating wine at work or whatever, but it's just grape.
Oh, shit. It's like a Jello shot, but grape version.
Yeah, it just looks exactly like a grape.
That'd be kind of dope.
Yeah. And obviously that'd be bad because kids could probably get into that. And
You think it could be like? Well, wait, what if you soak raisins in wine?
I don't know anything about raisins.
Well, it's like a dried out grape, isn't it?
Yeah,
you're right.
So when could it
Reabsorb
the wine and make it nice and juicy again?
I don't know. Raisins are.
You're playing on the devil's swing set.
Yeah, hey, that's my territory. That's my territory.
Do people still eat raisins?
I never ate them.
I love raisins. I love raisins.
So do you still eat them?
I haven't had a raisin in forever, but I loved raisins as a kid.
Oh, you've had trail mix, man, and within the past year.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right, but not just like a box of
I don't like that.
It had that one bitch. It had that one bitch on the fucking front of it who's like a super hippie chick.
Oh, Sadie Harmon.
I don't know, like the box of raisins. the bitch that's on the fucking box of raisins.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Carmen
like,
San Diego.
That's where I just was.
Yeah, it's cool beans,
Dude,
man.
Okay, so this is off topic, but like, what is the main component of a computer? It's hard drive, right?
Motherboard.
The motherboard, yeah.
Yeah.
How did someone fucking create that? Like, how did they were just sitting down.
Have you ever seen The Imitation Game?
No, I have not.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
I'm pretty sure that's based on a rough estimate of a true story of how he made the first computer.
What's it called?
The Imitation Game.
Which is an amazing movie.
How did he break it down? Like, so did it go into detail?
No.
So there's nothing. There's nothing. He didn't. Like, how do you sit in a room and say, "Hey, I'm going to create something that's going to make
or
a computer"?
It's going to think for itself, basically.
Right.
Dude, I don't know.
I don't get TVs.
Like that's mind blowing.
How the pixels make a picture?
Yeah, like how
like that's especially like you're just sitting down in the 30s or 40s. Like, I'm gonna create like this box where. Well, I guess when they made cameras, that made it a little bit easier, but still.
I know, but it's just like there's so much that you would have to go into that. It's like,
you could say that about anything, Paul. First combustion engine, any new invention, there's always the question of, how did this person think of that?
I think like computers are way different though. Way different.
I don't know. Like you think of an engine, a piston, it drives down and makes the combustion. Like
that's like metal.
Random guys just like, you know what? I want to make this happen because that makes sense. No, it doesn't. Electricity got started. They're just like, oh, I'm gonna start playing with electricity. Well, start experimenting.
You have lightning though.
Can you disprove something simply for the fact that it doesn't comprehend well with how you see it?
No. Well, the thing with me is like with people with like, especially in the 1900s, early 1900s, from what I've read and seen and looked up, a lot of that shit is based upon them having dreams about it. And they were delivered this idea via dream. They had dreams about it, and there were intense dreams with some of these inventors to where it actually gave them like the mathematical formula to actually make the invention happen. 100% real.
I mean, I've heard of stuff like that, but I mean, I don't know, man. It's just.
I mean, you're on a horse, right? You're fucking riding a horse in the old Western times. You're like, man, I want to travel way quicker than this. How do we do it? So you think about that constantly, and then one night you're sleeping and you have a dream, and I don't know. Maybe that's how it went down. I don't know, but
you haven't seen anything like that in the past like 50 years. Nobody gets their shit from dreams anymore.
Oh, I don't know about that, man.
People working off things that are already there.
I don't know.
And improving it.
I don't know.
True.
They're coming out with this
the past 50 years.
There's an invention coming out where there's this machine for $980. It will fold your laundry.
I've seen that shit.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that movie, Death Proof?
Yes.
I have not.
Have you guys?
Mm-mm.
It's Quentin Tarantino's worst movie probably. It's really pointless.
I think he was going through some shit when he made that movie.
Yeah,
it's a possibility.
I don't get it.
What was that fucking zombie movie with Quentin Tarantino?
Zombie movie? You mean the vampire movie?
Was it? No, not the vampire movie. That was
From Dusk Till Dawn. And that's my favorite vampire movie, so I lied.
No, that movie's not very good either.
I love that movie.
George Clooney, baby, let's go.
I love that movie, Jesse.
That's not a very good
That's
one.
a weird movie for you not to like.
I don't like that movie.
Dude, he has a crotch pistol, man.
Dude, that movie's legit, Jesse. Okay, you're talking about zombie. Oh, you're talking about Planet Terror. That was Robert.
It's got to be Quentin Tarantino, but it's not there. No, it's
He doesn't have a zombie movie, bro.
It was very. You know what always blew my mind? Did you ever watch Sin City?
Yeah, I love Sin City.
How the fuck was Quentin Tarantino not a part of that?
He was. He directed the first scene.
Okay, just kidding.
He was a guest.
I was always like, man, this is so Quentin Tarantino, but Quentin Tarantino's not involved.
Yeah, he was a guest director. That first scene where Bruce Willis gets shot 65 times.
Yeah.
And Robert Rodriguez and him collaborate a lot. They did Planet Terror and Death Proof. It was like a feature. There are two featured movies, and then Yeah, so he directed that first scene in Sin City.
I always wondered why. I was like, man, this is so Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense.
They have similar tones and stuff.
The second Sin City was fucking horrible.
I haven't watched it yet.
Dude, don't fucking watch it. It'll just make you upset.
I want to.
I want to.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not good.
So, Jesse, Paul said save it for this. He's talking about a strip club earlier.
Yeah, we were talking about strip clubs earlier, man. You're about to go into some big story about it.
You can be your own man or something. Be your own self. You're going on a tangent.
Man,
we
fuck
that. We were talking about names.
Yeah, like names and shit, and like alter egos. Like if there's a time to be an alter ego, it's whenever you walk into a fucking strip club and you could literally just tell the fucking stripper that's trying to put her hands super deep in your pocket whatever you want. And I was like, I'm an orthopedic surgeon, graduated from KU Med, 07.
Yeah,
I know I'm young. I look young.
But strippers, they'll learn quick, and they know how to catch on to a man.
They don't give a fuck.
No,
they'll run with it, dude.
No,
that's what's beautiful, dude. They'll just run with it.
They know men with money, and they know men without money, dude. When I was 18 going to strip clubs, I legitimately offered I had my school lunch card, and I offered her that. I said, "Do you accept my school lunch card?"
She probably shot herself in the face after she was like, "Oh my god, I just gave a lap dance to a guy that offered me his school lunch card," and she was like,
"Not a lap dance,
the
Jesse.
Depravity of my life."
A bed dance, dude. In my days when I was 18, you got a bed dance, my man.
Dude, Paul, you know nothing. You gotta go on. Jesse and I, we got this shit figured out. You gotta go on the slow days.
I feel like everybody needs to be careful with.
We're
walking a tightrope right now.
Previous
experiences.
When I was 18, man, that's all I did was go to strip clubs.
Does anybody here's girlfriend listen to this? Does anybody? Savannah doesn't listen to the shit.
No.
I literally could be like, "Hey, fuck you, Savannah." She's never gonna hear that shit. She doesn't listen to this.
I don't think that any of our girlfriends would listen
My wife
to
does.
this for
No,
2
they don't
hours.
waste their time.
My wife does.
Weekly.
No, hey, fuck you guys for saying that because this shit is legit.
No, this is
For
legit.
one.
This is legit.
For one.
This is legit. I gotta poke. I can poke fun.
I walked
can poke
in.
Fun where poke,
I walked in.
fun
Went
can be.
outside. I was smoking a cig outside. Chilled outside for like 30 minutes. Came back and it's like my wife's literally listening to the podcast.
Really?
Oh yeah,
That's nice.
in its entirety.
All of them, like weekly? She tunes in?
Well, I don't know about that, but
So I'm rolling the dice, and I could say something negative about my girlfriend that I have right now.
Try it. I'm the only one that holds that record so far.
What's that?
You
Oh,
can pass
Watch
the liquor.
a weekly
you're
viewer.
a weekly viewer? You just listen to it in your truck?
I do. There's so many times I text Jesse and I tell him something about the podcast. Like the last one, or one of the previous ones, I might have been two podcasts ago. I text Jesse real quick. I was like, "Hey, podcast fucked up.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
the audio's all sorts of fucked up."
Oh, really?
I couldn't.
Oh,
get,
why?
you can't
What-
get-
what
you
time
can't-
are we at?
You can't get past 5 minutes on the damn thing. It was sucked.
It was bad?
Oh, dude,
What was wrong with it?
The audio was messed up. It was all glitchy
it
and
was
shit.
the night we did 2 podcasts, one regular,
man.
one fantasy
Corrupted audio.
football.
Those were good.
They were good, yeah.
2 weeks ago was good.
Yeah, they both were corrupted. Hello.
Oh, man. That was
Yeah.
like one of the best ones.
Jesse, you go to the strip club. Do you ever try to fuck anybody?
I don't know, actually. Maybe.
I'm getting really sweaty.
I learned this. We're talking about strip clubs. I learned something new. Did you know they put serial numbers on condoms?
They put what?
Serial numbers on the condoms.
Why is that?
Not like on the package, like on the actual condom.
Right.
You ever seen one?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, you probably don't roll it down that far.
That's a funny joke.
Yeah, that is.
I don't really like the people that you see in strip clubs are just like people you probably don't ever want to hang out with.
But it's funny as shit. Jesse and I went. So I was saying we always went on the slow nights. It was weird because
They're the best. You get to know the stripper. You talk to
Yeah,
them.
you get to
hang
talk
out.
to them. You get to hang out.
Smoke hella cigs.
They're on your time now.
Yeah.
You know, they're not trying to make a quick buck and turn around and get some other guy. You're the only guys in there.
Yep.
They have to work you over. So
They're
if I'm like, no, I'm good. They gotta work extra hard.
Yeah, they're just bored.
But so Jesse and I went one time to the outhouse, and we sit down, we're doing our thing. It's just us like always, and
Like always, it's like
so we go in there, and there's this chick dancing, and I'm just like, we're looking at it, I'm like, okay, it's like, okay. And then I look at Jesse, I'm like, hey man, I'm pretty sure I know her. He's like, what? Seriously? I'm like, yeah. So she gets down, and then they get down from dancing. And then next person goes up or whatever. And then she came and talked to us, and we're all talking. She's just like, "You look familiar." I'm like, "Yeah, so do you."
Oh no.
I was like, "Do you used to work at Jose Peppers?" She's like, "Yeah." It was an old chick from work. I was like, "I remember you." She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "I thought you looked familiar too."
Well, do you remember what her name was?
Holly.
Don't say that shit on the mic, bro. It's fucked.
I don't remember her last name. Her name was Holly.
I met a chick.
But I was like, "Here's $20. Let's go."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was like, "We used to work together. I used to be a manager. Let's do this."
See, I should have done that because I had the same circumstance, except it was someone I went to school with.
Oh shit!
And very, very attractive. Ooh. And I should have done it. I should have got a lap dance, but I did not.
That scene from Varsity Blues where they all go to the strip club and it's the teacher.
Oh shit!
That's awesome. And she was super cool too. She's like, "Yes, it's chill."
Oh man,
I like Jesse's Chiefs shirt.
Yeah, it's looking super legit. They're gonna have a good season this year.
That's very much debatable.
Yeah, it is. I know that. I know. Oh fuck.
Well, I think that's gonna do it, man. We're at the 1 hour 30 mark.
Yeah.
That's a record.
And that's where we're gonna end it. So that's Talk Junkies Talk 20 or 21 or something like that. As thanks, Carl, for joining us, man.
Yeah, man. Anytime. I love being on.
Yeah. So hit the subscribe button, man, and also ring the bell. So anytime we upload this shit, which is gonna be around like Monday morning at like 2, 3, or 4 in the morning. Wake up, drink that cup of coffee, and listen to fucking Talk Junkies, baby. Not the real Talk Junkies. Talk Junkies.
Which we are the real Talk Junkies, but
true,
not the real Talk Junkies. Man, stay fly, ring the bell, man. Stay fly and ring the bell. And what we've been consistently asking for is just whatever the fuck you want to hear us talk about.
Feedback is most important. Make a comment, hit the like button, let us know what's going on.
If you hate us, we'll say some shit that'll make you hate us more, man. Like yeah, we'll fucking do it.
Bye-bye.
Give us some shit.
Bye, guys.